The documents case, right? Those charges for hoarding classified documents, stealing them, lying to the government about them at Mar-a-Lago is pretty much the easiest case and the most straightforward case that Donald Trump is facing, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. You had the documents at your property. You weren't allowed to have the documents. Yeah. I mean, we really don't even need that to go to a federal court. You could handle that in a 10-minute segment on the People's Court. It's obvious you did it. You got caught with it. You cannot deny it. Your own lawyers have told prosecutors that, yeah, this is what happened. He lied to us. He lied to you. He made us lie to you. I mean, come on. This thing should have been over months ago. But instead, it went in front of Judge Aileen Cannon, a Trump-appointed judge who's only overseen 4 criminal trials in her entire legal career that spanned a grand total of 14 days, all combined. She doesn't know what the F she's doing, but she does know that she's going to keep delaying the trial to benefit Donald Trump. And that's not my analysis. That's actually the analysis of legal experts who have handled similar cases. Because what's happening right now is that this past week, Aileen Cannon had to have a private meeting with Jack Smith. And these meetings are very common when you are dealing with any kind of classified information. It's what's called a Section 4 hearing. And that hearing is meant to determine what is going to be introduced and what kind of clearance the other side may need, including the other side's lawyers, in order to view any kind of classified information. And here is what legal expert, former FBI prosecutor Andrew Weissman, had to say about Cannon's decision to just now at the end of January, beginning of February, have this hearing that should have taken place months ago. Here's what he said. The case that I think is really unjustifiably delayed is this one. This is a case that is really quite simple in terms of its facts, in terms of preparation. Judge Cannon could have held this very routine hearing she held with the government. It could have been held months ago. There's been zero reason put on the record as to why she delayed. I don't see any reason that this is taking as long as it did. This is a very routine process to have these what are called Section 4 hearings between the government and the judge as to what evidence can be used. I've been in those myself. I think this is one where there are a lot of excuses being given to her to continue the delay of the case. As you know, at the beginning of March, she's going to hear the parties on whether she's going to keep the May trial date. I think it's pretty foregone that that date is going to slip. Judge Cannon has now been on this case for over 6 months. This Section 4 hearing should have happened October, maybe November. And at that point, it should have been determined, because we've already had discussions between the government, prosecutors, and the judge about what kind of clearances needed to be done, what kind of facility needed to be created for Trump and his lawyers to view these classified documents. Those have been handled. And she's just now like, okay, let's have a hearing and you tell me what evidence you want to introduce. And then sometime in the future, I'll let you know what you can do. She is these are decisions that should happen in a day, maybe 2 to 3 days. I'll give you that. Maybe 2 to 3 days. But it should have been resolved immediately. This hearing now took place 7 days ago. And Cannon has not told Jack Smith what you can and can't use. She should have been able to tell him on the spot. And that's kind of what these prosecutors are saying. You go through the list and the judge will tell you right then, yes, no, yes, no. And she's not doing it because she's choosing to not do it. Maybe it's due to her incompetence and her inexperience. But the more logical answer is that she's continuing to delay these decisions because she's trying to help Donald Trump, and she knows that there is not a damn thing anyone can do about her delays. Not a thing. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.